Hello everyone, my name is Shamika, aka Paging Allyne, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, how are you? And to all my subscribers, thank you and lovely to see you again. Welcome back to another episode of Conversations with a Naturopathic Medical Student. Consider this a space where we answer questions that sometimes we don't know how to ask, while also getting real about the naturopathic medical student experience. Now, I am a former allopathic medical student navigating the world of naturopathic medical school and currently in my second year. Now, this is part 2 of what to expect emotionally during your first quarter of naturopathic medical school. If you have not seen the previous episodes in this series, I encourage you to watch them. There should be a little card that pops up right about here, or maybe here, so that you can get caught up. Also, I will put the links to those episodes in the description box below. Now, these episodes build on themselves, so be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell so you can get notified when new videos are uploaded. In the last episode, we discussed the feeling of your first day along with weeks 1 and 2. Our conversation today is based on my experience and from countless conversations I've had with my classmates to give you a glimpse of how you feel from finals week and beyond. So let's get started. Week 10, the week before finals. Congratulations! Making it to week 10 is a huge accomplishment. This means that you have kept it together on hard work and a prayer and made it to your first official week before final. Now, if you thought you felt nervous during your first 2 weeks or before your first exam in medical school, week 10 will require some serious meditation. You all know by now I'm in the business of keeping it real, so your stress level will be too high. You will be tired to the point of exhaustion, and if you're like me, you just want to sit in front of your TV watching everything you missed on Netflix in a dark room with a pint of ice cream. You will cry, and if you don't know, you may cry several times throughout your first quarter and beyond. It is during this week that you wish your 2-week break came earlier. The fatigue will be astronomical, but you will muster up whatever energy you have to regroup, recenter, and focus on what you need to do to finish the quarter strong. So, during this week, try to get your rest. Try to eat relatively healthy and balanced because stress, as I have learned, can cause those cravings to increase or even cause you to lose your appetite. During this time, you're not only preparing your body, but also your mind to have the stamina to sit through back-to-back 2-hour exams. So pace yourself. Figure out what you need to do to prepare for each exam. From there, you can manage your time in order to prioritize your task. Your first 2-week break of naturopathic medical school. Congratulations, times 2. Well, this is 4. But you have made it through finals and can officially call yourself a quarter 2 student. Welcome to your first 2-week break of naturopathic medical school. So, remember that analogy I gave you in the beginning of part 1 of this conversation where you're strapped to the front of a semi-truck driving down a busy highway at night in the rain? Well, your 2-week break is the equivalent of that truck pulling off to the side, removing you from the front, you going to enjoy your freedom, and then at the end of that 2 weeks, you meet up with that truck driver so you could be strapped to the front of that truck again. But this time, you get a pair of goggles, seeing that you have graduated to the next level and have learned that since it's raining, you would need something to protect your eyes from said water and debris. Now, since we're having an open discussion, I can confess to you that my first 2-week break in naturopathic medical school was amazing. I mean, amazing. I caught up on all my Netflix shows, plus any other streaming service I neglected. I flew home to visit my family in New York. It was rejuvenating. I didn't set my alarm, and I spent more time on my phone from Instagram to Facebook and YouTube. Bear in mind that my first 2-week break occurred when we were not in a pandemic and med school was not Zoom University. But I learned very quickly that your 2-week break is an illusion. That if you're unaware, you can fall prey to the fallacy of total 2-week relaxation. So let me explain. When I came back for quarter 2, I felt like someone put me in a race car and taped my foot to the accelerator, or someone pushed me out of a plane without telling me how to really use my parachute. During my first week back, everything felt supercharged, as if I needed an extra week just to prepare for the upcoming quarter. Now, when I say prepare, I mean getting my schedule together, reviewing the syllabi, meal prepping, mainly getting back into the groove of our intense schedule. So now, if you ask me what I do during my 2-week break, and I tell my mentees this as well, the first week, do whatever you want to do. Catch up on any shows that you neglected, rest, rejuvenate, reconnect with family and friends. Take a little trip. Well, considering we're in a pandemic, taking a trip may be virtual. But the point is that the first week is all for you to just download and regroup. The second week is when you kick it into gear. This means that during the second week, you're going to be getting back into that training mindset. It doesn't matter whether you're a first quarter student going into the second quarter or you're a fourth quarter student going into the fifth quarter. The second week is designed to get you back into the mindset for the quarter ahead. This is the time when you implement the lessons learned from the previous quarter, essentially what worked and what didn't work. For example, what brought you success during the previous quarter versus what did not bring you success? If you notice that your scheduling was off, this is the time to change it. If you notice that your exam preparation was not adequate or to your liking, then this is the time to make those adjustments, because your goal, when it comes time for the next quarter, you're not taking those bad habits with you. Understand, this is a sacrifice. There will be moments where you think that you've got it, and other moments you'll just ask yourself, what happened? The point is that you need to fail fast. Figure out what you did wrong and make sure you don't make those mistakes again. By you becoming a medical student, you have entered into a world of perpetual fatigue, high stress, and sometimes you feel like you're being tortured. You will have high expectations for yourself, and your school would want you to do your best and ultimately pass. So don't get it twisted. Everyone is on their own journey through medical school. Do not believe the hype, in a sense that just because someone looks like they're having success or that they are just winning at this school thing, I am here to remind you that the grass is not always greener on the other side. Just because your peers may be doing well in one thing does not mean they're going to do well in something else. And you have no idea what they're doing or the effort they're applying to get the work done. Therefore, it's none of your business. This is a time for you to evolve. This is an exciting, scary process that is stressful and rewarding. There will be failures and there will be successes. Your job is not to get carried away with the moment. Stay focused on what's in front of you. Take it one day at a time, one exam, one assignment, and one project at a time. Remember, this is all about the small successes that equal to the great ones. Essentially, you graduating and becoming a naturopathic physician. As always, I leave you with 3 things. Number 1, success is never achieved alone. Number 2, always keep a neuron open, meaning that you should always be open to learning new things. And number 3, let me know in the comments if you're thinking of attending a naturopathic medical school, or even if you found this video helpful. See you in the next episode. Adios.